Good
Hello
evening.
everyone, a very good evening to all of our guests.
Hello,
On
madam.
behalf of ISTD Delhi chapter, I extend a very warm welcome to all our guests. Friends, this is last but 1 month of our Golden Jubilee year, and as promised, we have been able to bring to you our evening talks every Friday. Thank you very much for all your support. So today we are here with a very distinguished speaker and an author, Dr. R.S. Dabas, who has decades of rich corporate experience in top positions in some of the best companies in India. Today, he will be sharing with us his experiences and thoughts on how organizations can transform themselves through training. Friends, most of us who are here are directly or indirectly related to training area. And we know that developing a learning culture is no longer just an fanciful idea. It's becoming more and more imperative for companies to cultivate a learning culture if they wish to stay in business. So today, I'm sure we all will benefit from listening to Dr. Dabas as he shares his thoughts with us on the topic. So welcome Dr. Dabas to this evening talk. And before we formally introduce the speaker to you, I would like to call upon the chapter chairman, Mr. Mukesh Jain, to give his welcome address. Mr. Jain, over to you.
Thank you, Pratima ji. Good evening, friends. I, on behalf of Management Committee of ISTD Delhi chapter, welcome you all to this Golden Jubilee evening lecture, Leading Organization Transformation Through Training by none other than our own Dr. Rajendra S. Dabas. Friends, Indian Society for Training and Development, ISTD, has celebrated its Golden Jubilee recently. ISTD maintained a large chapter network of more than 46 chapters and 8,000 institutional and individual members. The society is affiliated to IFTDO, USA and RTDO Manila. Friends, during this Golden Jubilee year, ISTD is giving 50% discount in the life membership. You can enroll yourself paying less than 5,000 rupees for life membership. For more details, please log in to istd.co.in or istddaily.in. I once again welcome Dr. Dabas, all the past national presidents, national vice president, chapter chairperson, NC members, senior members and friends from ISTD, NIPM, NHRD, DMA, FMA, Rotary, ISTD diploma students, faculty members and students from various institutions. I wish you all a wonderful evening and joyful weekend. Over to Pratima ji. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jain. So, Mr. Sahu, I think he's in the hospital. He's just sent me a message. So, instead of him, I'm introducing the speaker. So, friends, I'm really delighted to introduce our speaker, Dr. R.S. Dabas. Dr. Dabas is an international corporate trainer, motivational speaker, and organizational transformation coach who has trained 2 lakh persons in 500 organizations globally and addressed many prestigious world conferences in different countries, including IFTDO, RTDO. He worked as chief executive in Trident Group, CHRO, and chief organization transformation officer in JBM, which is a Maruti Suzuki joint venture. He was a senior vice president, HR and CSR with Jindal Steel and Power, vice president, corporate HR in Hero Honda. He was general manager, Aditya Birla Group, and earlier served as PSUs like BHEL, Hindustan Zinc, Indian Telephone Industries, and before shifting to private sector in 1992, he was head HR of Vayudut, which was a subsidiary of Air India and is now merged in it. Media has featured cover page stories on him for his training, motivational and turnaround expertise. People Matters as well as CII awarded him his organizational transformation as best in national level competitions, and Asia CHRO listed him among top 100 most talented global HR leaders. He has led National HRD Network Delhi as president He's been a member of CII National Core Group of HRD, is Vice President of DMA and National Council member of ISTD. Mr. Dabas has an honors in chemistry from Delhi University's Hansraj College. He's an MBA and PhD executive coaching from MD University. He received his advanced training in management. He's a management trainer from IIM Ahmedabad in 1982. And he's a certified trainer on NLP by Richard Bandler, MBTI from APT USA, and Japanese management from AOTS Tokyo. He has received training like success habits, leadership coaching, creativity, EQ, Kaizen, holistic living, self-transformation, happiness, and meditation. For the cause of acquiring and sharing knowledge as well as adventure, Dabas has traveled extensively across the world and has visited more than 100 districts of India in 24 states for imparting training. He authored Amazon selling book by the name Success and Beyond to help people realize their dreams, achieve joyful success, and discover happiness. So with this, wonderful introduction, I think I call on Dr. Dabas to, share his thoughts with us. Over to you, Dr. Dabas.
Thank you, Pratima, and good evening, all friends and mentors. I'm so delighted today. There are so many mentors, so many past, present of ISTD, and galaxy of veterans. Well, the topic, I'm excited about this topic itself because I've been involved in various transformations. So I'm not claiming that I'm the real author of these transformations because it's a teamwork. It's the joint efforts of many, many people together. So I've been the facilitator, or I have facilitator as a Chief Organization Transformation Officer or CHRO for these organizations. So I'll be sharing some case studies and also the principles of any transformation. So I'll be sharing that also. And so I'm planning that 10 minutes I'll share about my journey as a trainer in different organizations because I'm hardcore trainer. And then I became CHRO. And then I'll take about 25 to 30 minutes about 2 case studies, different companies, how the transformation has led to significant business results. So I'll be sharing those also. Well, my journey started, I joined as faculty member in Institute of Management, Productivity and Management, IPM, Meerut and Ghaziabad. That was in 79. And I was teaching MBA students, and my students were, many of the students were elder to me. That was just after passing my MBA. And that was a wonderful experience in the sense, one of the past president of ISTD has also been my students. And I used to take a lot of program teaching MBA in the daytime, evening MBA also. And during the daytime, I used to go to companies for training program, conducting training program at the age of 22, 23. And my first program in 1980 was inaugurated by Mr. B.K. Modi for Modi Rubber Limited. So I've done program for Hindustan Lever, Savdesi Politics. That was the learning of as a trainer. That was a great experience. And my students were I was very friendly with them, and I was a popular faculty. That led me to Hindustan Zinc Limited, Udaipur. This was a public sector as a management development officer. And I met one guru, Mr. S.S. Alam, who is from IIM Ahmedabad, and wonderful. He said, Dabas, if you want to be a trainer, become a trainer. So I was a management development officer. I used to receive Saru Rangnekar, the past president of ISTD, Dr. P.N. Singh, Dr. M.B. Atre at the airport, lift their briefcase, go to different units, smelter or mines, listen to their stories. Saru Rangnekar साहब को 2-3 बार मैंने मावली में जलेबी खिलाई है. नरेंद्रन जानते हैं मावली कहाँ है, और उनकी कहानियां मैं सुनता था. How he really a great trainer. So that was a great period. That inspired me to be more as a trainer. So I was, then I started training program, supervisory development program. I started for the internally 3 days program. And on the 4th day, we would have a lot of brainstorming on improvements. And my role was also, apart from trainer, to execute the improvements. That really started leading to brainstorming, leading to results. That was a great. So within 2 months, I started program in the public sector. It was a public sector at that time, at par with me, those who were just the same designation. And within 3-4 months, I was taking program to participants which were senior to me, even by designation. Well, that was a wonderful, in the sense that soon I was invited by the chairman, Mr. Dabas. You have been nominated to a program at IIM Ahmedabad, and I met Mr. T.V. Rao and Uday Parikh. I was the youngest batch in that in 1982, and that was a great learning. As a trainer, I learned the techniques, and then later on I joined Samtel, learned, and that was also Mr. Kora, the visionary chairman, was looking not for IR person, not for a person manager. He was looking to head their HR, someone who is proactive in HR. And I was lucky to do a lot of experimentation in Samtel, which is known Samtel work culture, which became very popular also. Plant mentor, plant guardian concept, MBO concept. Those days, quality circle 84, I was trained. So some of these learning I learned, that how we can impact, training can impact the business. Later on, I joined Aditya Birla Group as general manager, and Dr. P.N. Singh, I was trained by him. He was my boss there. And this was the turnaround of a unit. There was a lot of productive issues were there. So I used to address 700 people together for inspiring them for VRS. And this was the most successful VRS in 1992. And the unit became, this was a Grevra unit, part of Grasim, Aditya Birla, and it became profitable. It was a great turnaround, and I was invited and awarded by Mr. Aditya Birla himself at Industry House. And the story started going to different areas. And one day, I received a phone call a letter from Mr. Rajinder Gupta of Trident in 93. That was a very small organization and a very different organization. And the letter said, Mr. Dabas, you are invited for an interview at Chandigarh, and you will be reimbursed fare. And your spouse is also welcome to join you. And if she comes for the meeting, or if she comes and visits the plant, she will be reimbursed so and so. This was something unique happening. And RG, Rajinder Gupta, was so keen about me. Frankly, I was getting about 28,000 in Grasim that time in 92. And he offered me 2.5 times. I said, he's keen about me. It was not the money which has led me to join. That was a terrorist. This was a problem in Punjab those days. But his excitement about me was very great. So I could see that he's very keen to do something. So I joined, and that was a very difficult situation in Trident. That time, I'll be sharing some of the stories that I learned through him, a visionary chairman, Mr. Rajinder Gupta. Today it is a world-class organization. How the process of transformation happened. I and Mr. Rajinder Gupta, we call him Pondi as RG. At least 40 days up to 4 o'clock, we have made strategy in Barnala in the guest house. And then later on, I'll also be sharing, of course, later on, I was lucky. I worked, Mr. Akhil Basai guided me to be in the Jindal Steel and Power. So we have a lot of stories, but I'll be taking JBM story then, that how, because I was Chief Organization Transformation Officer of JBM. Earlier, I was CHRO. So I'll be saying that I have been CHRO if Trident as well as JBM, and how I've been involved from the very beginning in the vision of these companies. So I'll be sharing this transformation. So, and finally, I'll be coming, what are the principles of transformation? Okay, let me just share the screen here. Is it visible?
Yes,
Is it,
please.
Okay, okay, thank you. First sharing would be about the JBM. It's a wonderful organization. Jai Bharat Maruti, it's a joint venture of Maruti, one company, but we have now 11 companies. It's a group now, and they have taken over 6,000 crore company the group of Linde in Germany. It's a very large auto component organization. Now they have the buses also. So JBM they are basically a sheet metal supplier, and they operate on very small margins because the OEM, because it's not a branded product. So it's a sheet metal, lot of rework rejections comes. So this is about, there are 20 locations. Sorry, it is not 20. There are 50 plants, and there are more than 25,000 people working there. Now, I'm sharing some business challenge. What was the business challenge? Top line not keeping pace with the top, but bottom line was not keeping pace with the top line. The margins are very, very small in any auto components. Although the group was growing, I was involved in 2008 in the vision of the company when we were 2,800 crore, and we had a vision of 20,000 crore by 2020. That was the vision. So company was growing because they were committed to the customer. They were very dedicated. They used to make plants for where the OEM is there. But at the same time, if there is a rework, rejections, etc., there is a cost going on, and it has to be timely. You have to make first the plant, then the orders will come. So it was a really lot of pain areas. You have to understand the pain of the organization and the opportunities of the organization. Here, the pain was rework, rejections, inventory management, manpower, machinery, productivity, that was there. Increased variation in operation performance across 38 plants. We took that time 38 plants where the TU ke Taiyari Udan ki means preparing the organizations for the challenge, for the vision. So 38 plants were chosen for that, but there was an increased variation. Somewhere the rejections were, let's say 8%, somewhere it was 2%, somewhere it was 12%. So lack of learning from mistake and best of each other, lack of empowerment, leadership development, and succession planning was there. So what was the need? Why we chose this as it? The chairman said, Abbas, I was rejoining this company. He said, you have to do transformation. You decide what is your designation. So I consulted Mr. Akhil Basrai, who is here, and I said, Mr. what is going to be, what would be what better? So maybe that was one of the first designations in the country. And he suggested, Chief, you opt for Chief Organization Transformation Officer. Maybe in 2015 when I joined, that was the first designation. I opted that. So what was the position? Transaction approach. People were working in silo rather than collaboration. Short-term quick fix approach was there rather than sustainable solutions through issue tree. It was basically माल पहुंच जाए कस्टमर के पास, उसकी लाइन ना रुके. In any OEM, that's the challenge. तो लाइन ना रुके उसकी, अगर long term sacrifice हो जाते थे. So technical expertise, best practices not shared with other units. That was also that, okay, one unit was doing so wonderful, but other unit was not getting benefit of it. So there was need for creating a platform. Use of one to dominate leadership style. Mostly the people were so directive, so authoritative because the material has to be supplied in time. So people have become more of directive approach rather than a situational need, rather than coaching, participative or affiliative or visionary. Mostly people were 80% were more of directive leadership style. Organization culture gap was there. Ownership was lacking. All we measured that. Large variation in manufacturing process and outcomes. And then performance management, it was more focused on lead rather than future indicators, and dilution of accountability, and one-to-one conversation was there rather than shared responsibilities. Some of these we diagnosed: organization culture gap, no mechanism to share the best practices, predominant leadership style, transaction approach, short-term focus, performance management. And why we decided TU ke Taiyari Udan ki, to minimize recurring types of the losses. Because if you reduce this loss, it is going to be permanently benefit. Not only like if you have saved, let's say, so many crores in 1 year, every year you will be saving it. So it was a recurring benefit. We have thin profit margins, B2 business, to create uniform culture across groups. Business metrics were suffering, meeting our core values. That was, we were committed to the customer, to supply to the customer, but we were making loss in that. But we were keen because we were committed. If, let's say, in Sanad, our plant was dedicated to Tata. So it was only that. So it was basically, we wanted to do our best, but at the same time, Argus was making somewhere the loss in some plants. So then we decided major regional workshops, all this was there. We started that. Lot of workshop, lot of training. So it was then decided that we will be conducting training programs. We will be developing experts, and these three behavior. What is three behavior? Rigorous thinking, collaboration, and take charge. These three behavior to become DNA of the organization. So we created UTT, unit top team. We created business head and chairman. We trained them also on what is this transformation. It was the overall under the guidance of chairman, but he was always involved. He said, TUK is the most priority for me. TUK means, and I was the in charge of TUK, Taiyari Udan Ki. So that was the transformation name we gave. We created Center of Excellence. Here the manufacturing excellence, business, everybody was operating in synergy to train them as expert on TUK behavior, issue tree methodology, and identify best practices on operation parameters. So what are these behaviors? I'll just give some idea about that. Rigorous thinking, collaboration, take charge. These three prominent behavior of TUK. Rigorous thinking means seeing the big picture. Somewhere we were making a decision, but it was impacting somewhere else. Suppose quality was improved, somewhere the margins were reduced, or maybe like all that. So it has to be seeing the big picture, view of the outcome, and taking a comprehensive view, recognizing the impact of one aspect on other, planning ahead, going to the root cause of the problem. So one behavior was rigorous thinking. Second behavior we decided was collaboration. साथ लेना और देना बहुत बड़ी कला है. लोग एक पेन में है, दूसरे को फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. It is involving people, encouraging people, challenging people. That was the name we gave for the collaboration. And we had shown a lot of videos, a lot of exercise on collaborations. The collaboration means demonstrating faith and trust in each other, in the capability of each other, sharing actively and the challenge with each other, learning from each other, best practices from each other. And the third behavior was take charge. Take charge means making and holding self and others accountable for results, demonstrating a sense of ownership towards the role and outcome, not passing the buck. It's not a blame, but owning, clarifying roles and responsibilities, and leading and driving actions to resolve, making it happen. So that was the take charge. And so a new problem solving method was evolved. This is going to the root cause, analyzing. Everybody in the organization was trained on that, including workers. And we adopted issue tree methodology. Everybody has to be trained on going to the root cause of it. That was all 25,000 people I'm speaking, they were trained on these methodologies. And we opted, like it was manufacturing excellence and TUK, both became brothers. We had a large cell of manufacturing excellence, but we were all together working jointly, HR, TUK, and manufacturing excellence. And our objective was rework rejections, machine manpower productivity, inventory, SAP. And what was the result of it? I would like to share. We trained 150 leaders initially as an expert, and who later on became the change agent. We established best practices in manufacturing excellence and developed 600 leaders, training and challenge. Significant cost reduction, productivity improvements in manpower, rework rejections, and in not less than 10 lakh, but minimum we were giving it as about 10 lakh. We started horizontal deployment of that in one unit. Let's say Rudrapur, if the improvement in gas has been there, then it has to supply it to be multiplied in 38 units. So we started that. Three prominent behavior inculcated in DNA for the through ownership of ideas. Attrition went down of the top people because now there's a saying for the Ford plant in Chennai, people used to work at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the evening because the material has go to the, let's say, the plant. So there was all work against a lot of stress. Because of systematic working, because of all these rework rejections reduced, people were able to go well in time. That was the direct impact on quality of work life itself. Some of the examples of achievement: rework rejections went down from 20% to 2% in many units. Somewhere it was 12%, it went to 0.5% even. अब वर्कर कहने लगा था चलता है अब नहीं चलेगा, रीवर्क का पैसा नहीं मिलेगा. 25,000 वर्कर के दिमाग में आ गया कि रीवर्क का पैसा हमें नहीं मिलता, हमें कस्टमर से मिलता है, वेस्ट कंपनी में इसको हमें बचाना है. 25,000 एम्प्लॉइज को ट्रेनिंग दी गई थी एंड दे वर ऑल, ये स्लोगन निकला. देन space was saved in one of the Manesar plant. 30% of space was saved and it was great. Everybody was involved in that, saving the space. A big layout, a great layout. Productivity went up and 30% we saved for the expenses. This was a plant for the Honda. We were supplying to Honda motorcycle. So, and they were coming with the expenses. We could, within the plant, we could do that. Inventory was reduced to 30%. In one plant, I remember from 8.4% inventory went to 6%, 6 crore. So it was, I mean, that pivot arm productivity in one plant, it went from 58 per shift to 103. Raw material cost in one of the plant has gone from 76% to 69%. So it was a direct impact on the EBITDA of that unit, because major raw material cost becomes around 70 to 80%. That was the major sheet metal. That steel is basically the item. So it was reduced from through sharing rejection through the cross-function team. We did that. I was given the mandate that TUK has to achieve 1% EBITDA directly through TUK. That means through our efforts, and review mechanism became more proactive and participative. It was improved communication, recognition, knowledge portal, TUK newsletter, all this started. And it was truly a great work culture. And one more initiative in JBM was in ISQ, integrity, safety, and quality. Everybody, no compromise with safety, quality, and integrity. No compromise at all. And I'll show some slides. We started fantastic. This was ISQ Tau, ISQ Anna, ISQ Baba, ISQ Ganesh, ISQ Nukkad, ISQ Chopal, ISQ Gallery, ISQ Stall, ISQ Slogans, Quiz, ISQ Walk, ISQ Rangoli, ISQ videos, projects on specific themes, training, awareness, boxes, ISQ stories on then champion. Let's see some. Hardwar plant mein logon ne ISQ, it spreading the awareness of, see the enthusiasm of the people, see the excitement of the people. ISQ is made by the chain of people. People are sitting in the lawn of Haridwar plant, which supplies to Mahindra. And from about 100, they were making Bolero. It was then sent to, after painting the body of the Bolero, after painting was sent to Mahindra plant, which was nearby. From 100 to it has gone to 400 Bolero per day. And that was a great productivity increase by the team itself. ISQ Anna at Chennai. This was integrity. Dr. Abdul Kalam, somebody may shaped himself as Dr. Abdul Kalam to speak about the integrity. This is ISQ Papad in one of the Husur plant. It was something that to make awareness of it, you have to make fun. You have to make people aware of it. This was ISQ Tau. Tau means this person, he's an employee, he's not a Tau. He is basically in Faridabad unit. He is with this Lathi is there, so that anybody doing wrong on safety, he can coach him, mentor him, guidely as an elder person. Tau means brother of the father. So we had that concept, whatever, let the creativity of the people come. So his inauguration, every plant, there was a lot of competition. You can put anything on that, and their ideas started coming. Lot of training, because 25,000 people have to have one thinking. We have to really make organization. We have to transform the organization. So a lot of awards, lot of this was Dr. Basri is here when we got the CIA Best Award for this, and this was the award in People Matters also. We got that award. So this was we started getting recognition because it was impact of HR on the business, impact of training directly on the business. I'm not quoting, but it was many crores. Cost reduction, because 1% EBITDA impact was to be brought. That was the target given. So, but it was involvement of everybody. I don't want to take any credit for it. It was our business head, it was the unit head, it was the HR team, it was the manufacturing excellence team. It was everybody. Whole 25,000 people were totally, they owned it rather. I would say involve the people in setting their own objective achievement, become their mission. And now this is about JBM. I'm coming to the second story of achievement, of turnaround. And this is Trident story. Trident is, it's a wonderful story of turnaround. It's a world organization, and I've been fortunately involved 4 times since 93 till 2019. 4 times I've served full time with the Trident, and my last organization on full-time basis was Trident Vice President, then I was CHRO in between. But me and RG is the chairman, Rajendra Gupta, we don't call by designation. We have worked together for not many days, not many nights to work this strategy. And fortunately, I worked with this visionary man. And today we can boast of that. This is the largest sitting plant and territorial plant of the world on any location, 1,000 acre in Budni on Narmada. The Narmada is on the backside of it. That is the Narmada near Hoshangabad. This is the largest plant of the world. Now, what is something unique about Trident? Let's listen to this, because I have seen the journey from 93 to 2019, and now also I'm aware of that, what is happening. So I'll relate that what has been the impact of those experiments and now on. There are some people who just do not follow the rules, rather they create their own rules. Something slogan of the organization. Being different is a very normal thing at Trident. They take it a pride. 24 hours open for any idea, suggestion or grievances. Get satisfactory reply in 8 hours. Otherwise, you can contact directly the MD. Decision delayed is an opportunity lost. What was the position before this mission exercise? This was called mission excellence. What was the position of this? This was 56 crore turnover and 8.33 crore loss in 93. Employees' morale was very low. Salary payment was delayed. Time and cost overrun in new projects like paper and spinning. Problem of payment to suppliers and institutions. That was the position. And we had a target of 1,000 crore by 2080 within 7 years. Everyone used to call us crazy. पागल हो गए हैं ये. 56 करोड़ की कंपनी 8 करोड़ का लॉस, और हम वी वर थिंकिंग बिग. इतने बड़े बड़े पोस्टर बनाए जाते थे, थिंक बिग, अचीव बिग, एंड involving everybody. Growing fast with rupees. Today it is not 5,000, 4,723 exactly crore turnover and 421 crore profit. About 5,000. And they have a big aim. World largest plant in Terrytowel, sitting and agro waste paper. These 3 plants are the largest. Global reach. 100 plus countries they are supplying their bed sheet, sitting or Terrytowel, mostly to Walmart, mostly to Target, all these, all mostly exporting, world-class qualities, and employees among the highest paid. They take a pride. in creating a different organization. Entrepreneurship is what is being developed at Trident. They don't say that you should work for 10 years, you should work for, say, okay, this is your mandate, work for it, whatever period. So it's more of an entrepreneurship being developed among the, it's a very different organization than usually. So Great Place to Work award was there, and recently they have been awarded one more award also, as in some of the innovative practices, how this started. Launched in 2nd October 93, Gandhi's birthday was taken, and with a pledge to start a new beginning of total employee involvement, enthusiasm, total improvements, and a missionary zeal. What was the target that time taken? 1,000 crore by 2000 AD, a 56 crore company targeting. Everybody used to call them crazy, pagal ho gaye. The objective was to utilize untapped human potential, encourage self-responsibility, learning from each other through healthy inter-unit competition, and benchmark with the top performer of the world, and something unique. Many may be shocked about this. 93 में हमने नया experiment किया. No attendance marking, no punching, no leave application. कोई भी worker attendance mark नहीं करेगा. छुट्टी की application है ही नहीं. अपने आप self sanction authority है. He can go on leave, but only thing is he has to be responsible to make someone that the work doesn't suffer. So it is to be mutual adjustment. So it was a self responsibility. It was with an object to trust leads to trust, and mistrust will lead to mistrust. So that was the beginning of a something unique culture. Everybody is to time office ka kya hua? They will declare their salary and the finance will pay without time office involvement. The objective was to create a different culture, different mindset, involving everybody, not in the rules, regulations, but involving everybody for creativity. Open house. 1000 आदमी open house में बैठेंगे, like a panchayat, and they can speak anything. They can speak, worker can speak anything against a manager. And managers were warned, unit heads, presidents were warned that you have not to take any action. Otherwise, you will be out from the company. And I know a president was sacked because he has he penalized a worker who spoke against him. Although he was a great president, he admitted this company also realized, and I took him back. I was involved in that, but that was because of the value violations. This company was very clear that value violation has not to be there. So gradual shift from grievance forum into platform for sharing of Kaizen and vision. We started eventually LSIP, large scale interactive process. Now every unit has got LSIP hall, जहां 1000 आदमी बैठते हैं, चेयरमैन भी उसी पे बैठेंगे और वर्कर भी उसी सीट पे बैठेगा. अगर 6 एक टेबल पे बैठेंगे तो वही वर्कर होगा, वहीं पर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट होगा, वहीं पर चेयरमैन होगा. This is completely. Team empowered to go for picnic. Up. You have achieved the target for anywhere because you are empowered to spend money. Paid holiday on marriage anniversary. No designates to be allowed. If you write your designate as vice president or president, 500 rupees you have to be penalized, because even chairman is called RG and still we call him RG only. Rajendra Gupta is called RG. Everybody just to be called member only, to be addressed as member. No designates allowed inside the factory. Bahar aap ससुराल में पड़ोसी को impress करने के लिए कुछ भी लिख लो. You are allowed that freedom. In the sense that it doesn't matter. We are not bothered about outside. We are internal. Designates are not to be allowed. Your designate is only at the time of appointment and also later for outside communication. Yes, it was true empowerment. Can I take 10 more minutes, Jain sir? 5-10 minutes?
हाँ जी, लीजिए.
Okay. True empowerment. It was asking employees to declare their mark, something unique. RG told me one day, Dabas, because there was a lot of complaints, sir, हमारी salary कम है, मेरी तनख्वाह कम है, मेरी. Okay, he said, Dabas, why don't you come out with a form? Give this form to everybody. Ask them what is this market value. People start their market value. Somebody said 50%, somebody said 20%, somebody said 24%, somebody said, sir, 25%. Nobody said 30%. we said, okay, we decided if you achieve the target as per the mission statement, you will be given, everybody will be given 30% minimum. We'll be giving higher, and this company for the next 7 years gave 30% minimum increment. Even in Corona now, they have announced 25% increase of salary to the workers. A worker from the backward district of Madhya Pradesh may be getting, just 19-year-old girl might be getting 25,000 rupees. And no contract manpower, all regular, but they are trained a lot. They have to be groomed a lot. Training is actually 1% of the cost of their revenue. Self-assessment for empowerment support introduced to obtain feedback on performance and improvement areas from 2 chosen colleagues. Like I opted one president and I opted one other vice president who are my friends. I went to their house. मिस्टर मल्ली थे और मिस्टर ठुकराल थे, उनके घर गया, मैं चाय पी और मैंने कहा मल्ली साहब मेरे बारे में फीडबैक चाहिए, where I can improve. He gave feedback, positive feedback about my strength, he gave my weakness, but it was all because I invited, so he gave it frankly. Mostly feedback देते नहीं है लोग, तंग है दूसरे से, मगर feedback नहीं देते, कोई मांगता नहीं है, बुरा मान जाएंगे. यहाँ क्या किया, अब MD ने कहा, RG said, Dabas, मेरा feedback कौन देगा? I said, sir, okay, give me 2 hours. I asked him to go to the plant and then invited feedback from people. I gave his positive, his strength, and also areas for where it is pinching us. But I read it in front of him after collecting from all HODs. He said, Dabas, tear it off and burn it off. Isko jala dijiye because I'm not me. So that feedback, so people were burnt immediately to establish the authenticity of the feedback. So after that, everybody has aapke vichar mere bare mein, every box was there so that you can have more opinions. Multiple by donation of the used books by the people, many things. Today Trident is spending about 100,000% of revenues on training, 100%, more than 100% sent to ISB. All, it's a lot of training. So basically, these are some of the products. Their corporate office is a wonderful green office. And recently, this company has been awarded for best place to work also in a different, second time. These are some of the products. These are women empowerments. And really, they are making a lot of impact on the society. They got the best award on women empowerment because about 30% of 20,000 people are women. And they are given best training. They are given good amount of revenues, and many of them are truly running their families. These are world-class plants. Like this girl I know is from a small district in Madhya Pradesh, managing so many world-class training. Now I'm speaking of something. What is the magic of organization transformation? What are the principles? Principle is prepare well, motivate for the larger cause, think big. Enthusiasm is very important. Give momentum a name, like everywhere we give. Somewhere I give Chunauti word. Somewhere I gave where I was consulting companies somewhere. So always give a name so that people can merge their identity. They're all enthusiasm to that. Involve people in setting their objective and achievement become their mission. I said initially, and it is true. Setting and working against challenge will harness creativity, potential of the people. Let people make presentation of their possibilities. Youngsters say, "Aap maangiye kya possible hai," and they will achieve it. Just listen to that. Learn from mistake, admit your mistakes, and encourage self-responsibility. Listen to people, their ideas. It leads to ownership of ideas. Recognize and celebrate. Don't wait for the big results. Recognize. People are hungry of recognition. हम बहुत कंजूस हो जाते हैं recognize करने में. So in JBM, I used to tell my chairman, sir, we need to recognize, celebrate and recognize, because पंतनगर के प्लांट में से जब एक लड़के ने बहुत बड़ा इंप्रूवमेंट किया, वो 6-7 बजे मेरे को व्हाट्सएप कर देता था। It was so charged. मैंने चेयरमैन से कहा, सर इसको जब ये आएगा इसको गले लगाना है इस लड़के को, बिकॉज एक्चुअली people are hungry of appreciation. They can do wonders. But only thing is and I salute to Mr. S.K. Arya. He really did lot of recognition, lot of celebrations, did benchmark with top performers, put authority, responsibility and resources in the hand of people, empower the people and maintain perseverance by designing systems, discuss openly the glad side mad factors. And last slide is expect high performance from people. Once agreed for certain standard of performance or conduct, expect people to comply. Have a basic faith that people will achieve it. People are hungry to achieve. Recognize those who follow it and punish or correct those who violate it. While positive motivation is vital to use the hidden creativity of people, a fear motivation may become essential to bring certain people to action. Depending on the comfort zone, many people comfort zone or complacent, और वो bureaucrat हो गए बड़ी organization में, अपनी कुर्सी बचाए हुए हैं. You have to use both type of motivation, or you have to remove that comfort level. I think give them opportunity to in different areas they can do wonders, involve them, coach them, but because their involvement is also equally important. Manage implied expectations. So it's a lot of regular communication, open house. Share the expected. So basically, focus on innovative solution and through joint problem solving. Remove the blame culture. And many of today's problems are yesterday's compromise. Stop compromising. Many of the organizations are today in what they are today because of the compromise of the past. If you are still compromising, tomorrow is going to be the problem. And lastly, the ceiling is truly unlimited. It requires a big change of mindset first. This is, I would like to just share a video and hello, is it? I'm just showing a video.
हम होंगे सफल ये आशा मन के पास रहे,
सपने सच होते हैं हमको ये आस रहे,
मेहनत रंग ला
कुछ भी असंभव नहीं है, सब कुछ संभव कुछ भी असंभव नहीं है, सब कुछ संभव है, हाँ कुछ भी असंभव नहीं है, सब कुछ संभव जो काम अपनी पूजा है, अपनी भक्ति है,
जो शांत है मन और मन में छुपी एक शक्ति है,
जो हमसे कोशिश बिना थके हो सकती है,
तो कुछ कुछ भी असंभव नहीं है, सब कुछ संभव है। हाँ, कुछ भी असंभव नहीं है, सब कुछ संभव है।
तो कुछ भी असंभव नहीं है, सब कुछ संभव है। हाँ, कुछ भी असंभव नहीं है, सब कुछ संभव है।
Mission day. This was the mission exercise.
हम देश को और दुनिया को स्वर्ग बनाएंगे।
हम चांद सितारे धरती पर ले आएंगे।
हम सब ये सपने मिलके अगर सजाएंगे,
तो कुछ भी असंभव नहीं है, सब कुछ संभव है।
हाँ, कुछ भी असंभव नहीं है।
नहीं है, सब कुछ संभव है। तो कुछ भी असंभव नहीं है, सब कुछ संभव है।
Okay. Hello. Am I audible?
You are audible.
Yeah, please.
You are audible.
Okay, that was all. I have some more organization where I have been involved in transformation. Ironda is there, Jindal Steel and Power, but I thought of sharing these two. The thing is, involve people. If you share with the people the challenge, if you involve them, if you empower them, if you train them, develop them, if you review them regularly for coaching, and if you recognize and celebrate, it's a continuous process. It's a, and communicate. But before that, you should have your own aspirations. And so this is just sharing. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm open for any questions.
Dr. Dabas, what an incredible, extraordinary journey you've had. Very useful case studies and very effectively presented. So it was a great learning, very inspiring. Thank you very much for a wonderful and very engaging presentation. So now we are open for questions. So 2-3 questions are there on the chat box, which I'm going to share with you. So the first question is by Professor Sambir Navi, and it's asking, respected sir, my question to you is, after COVID-19, what type of work climate organizations are going to adopt?
After
COVID-19, what kind of work culture organizations are going to adopt?
Well, there has been challenge. So like in Trident, they very fast, within 24 hours, they came out that, okay, in how people will be availing this opportunity of clothing. And they were the first to, I think culture or transformation is not a one-day affair. It is how the culture has been built up slowly. So I think, but it's the culture which is a gradual process. So COVID has brought new challenge for different organizations. For an IT company, it is different. For a manufacturing, it has to be that people have to be there. So it was a big challenge for manufacturing as compared to service sector. Or let's say challenges are so specific to the industry and also so specific to the culture of the organization.
Okay. So, Dr. Dabas, second question is by Professor Banwait, And he's asking, what is glad, sad, and mad? Kindly elaborate.
Okay. It is perform hindrance factors and facilitating factors.
Okay.
Glad means you are excited about it, something unique about your organization. We used to have a lot of dipstick surveys on that. Sad means which makes you sad that this should not have happened here. This is not.
Okay.
So basically it's a dipstick survey of your hindrance and facilitating factors.
Okay. All right. So thank you. And the next question is by Dr. Purnima Madan. She's saying, good evening, sir. Thank you for such an informative session. I would like to know that due to the current pandemic and turbulence being created, most of the organizations are opting for online web-based training programs. That has made on-the-job training programs irrelevant. And what about the training effectiveness? Are online methods effective? How organizations are measuring their effectiveness? So a lot of questions together. So one is whether they'll be effective. Secondly, how do you measure the effectiveness?
It has limited applicability in terms of web programs. It serves some purpose. It triggers ideas, but I think still face-to-face training has no substitute. Doing training and especially a lot of clarification, team building interventions, or even these values. But still, if there was no choice, that there is no alternative. So at this moment, doing it was still better. And many companies have done it, and it has to be more frequent. But only thing is, it has to be of lesser duration. One is that, because attention span is less in that case. But it can have a lot of positive, that without going to the units, without sitting at your home, you can have training. So it has plus and minus both.
Right.
But still, I would say these transformations, you have to read the eyes, body gesture, language. You have to have empathy. You have to have a lot of hug with the people, those who have. So it's basically, it cannot be achieved without, there is no substitute to read that training.
Right. Okay. Okay, thank you. So next question is by Tanu Ahuja. She wants to know, how long did it take in JBM for total transformation?
It took about 3 years minimum, but still they are continuing it. Still the transformation is going on, and it is a continuous process, but it was started in 2015. Launch of TUK, Taiyari Udan Ki. They gave it a big name, Taiyari Udan Ki. Preparedness for a new journey.
Okay.
And now, of course, they have come with the battery plant in Bawal. They will be making electrical vehicles also. They have already announced that. And bus, of course, is in Delhi, Gurgaon. You can see JBM bus. JBM has really, it has grown also. I've seen this in 2000 when I joined as CHRO. You were about 2,500 crore, and now it is aiming 20,000 crore. And even have taken over, they have bought a plant of an organization company which is operating in 25. They have 25 plants in different countries, Linde. So they have taken majority share in Linde Corporation of Germany also. So it is now globally going.
Right. Okay. All right. So one last question is by Dr. Akil Busrai, and he's saying, Dabas Bhai, good presentation. You mentioned 30% increase. That means doubling salary every 3 years. How could business afford?
Actually, the productivity is so high and the quality, no compromise. So they all supply to Walmart, to Target, to all this their major clients are well-known brands, and they're supplying. Their Terry-towel is mostly sold in outside. So because of that, they are able to get the price. At the same time, because of the world-class quality, because of world-class technology, and because the productivity, like I have shown the photograph of the girl, the productivity is so high.
Right.
So it's basically, and they are all given targets. It's a tough challenge for the people. But only thing is, and they can opt for higher and higher and higher. In Trident, what was something unique, you can ask for more salary, that I'll take this responsibility. Without any challenge, without question, without even prejudgment, he or she will be given opportunity. Mostly the organizers say, no, इसने past में ऐसे किया, नहीं कर पाएगा, वो सारे. Here, this was an experimental culture, entrepreneurship development culture. So, okay, if you are confident, go for it. So the people are given opportunities.
Yeah. Right. So, there's very short, 2 more questions. I think I'll take them. Dinesh Kumar is asking, Dr. Dabas sir, what about e-learning courses, their effectiveness and future prospects? The e-learning courses, he's asking.
Certainly useful. And as a trainer, you need to have more and more. I had a bundle of 32 certification. The first one was from IIM Ahmedabad 82. Then Japan, I spent about 2 months in Japan to learn the Japanese management at my own cost. I was in Toyota and all these companies on behalf of AOTS Japan. So it's a continuous learning, I think, unless you are excited about your learning, how you can train others, how you can facilitate the transformation. So learning through any angle, maybe online or maybe offline, is equally important.
Very, very true. Okay, so I think there's a student, Ashish Mund, asking, Dabas sir, what's your advice to young HR professionals to excel in HR domain?
जिज्ञासा बहुत जरूरी है. मेरी अभी भी मैं हर प्रोग्राम में मुकेश से आते हैं, आप भी देखते होंगे, मैं ISTD के प्रोग्राम में जब भी फुर्सत होती मैं अटेंड करता हूँ. इट्स ए क्यूरियोसिटी. अभी परिमल गांधी जी का अटेंड किया, बांग्लादेश में कर रहे थे प्रोग्राम. जिज्ञासा को मत मारिए. Be a curious learner always. Stagnation comes when ideas get stopped. Whenever there's a new idea, the body and mind gets charged. So always keep on learning something new, and you'll be more feeling young inside.
Yes.
More creative.
Right.
So don't stop learning.
So Dr. Dabas, it was such a wonderful, evening, and lots of very nice comments, which I'm going to read for you. Thank you, sir. Wonderful session. Thank you so much, sir. Really commendable contribution to the whole HR community. Very powerful and vast knowledge. Dabas bhai, good presentation. And so many other, admire his enthusiasm and belief.
Bhutani Saab has visited our this Barnala plant. He has said.
Okay.
Mr.
So one of the
Bhutani from
best session of life, Mr. Dinesh Kumar is saying. So, lots of, I think we really have enjoyed the session today. And thank you so much for, being with us today. And now I would request our Vice Chairman, Mr. D.V. Shastri, to give you a formal vote of thanks.
One last word I would say.
Yes.
Always involve people, share the credit with them. It is not you, it is the team. Always go and acknowledge them. If you want more support next time, it's basically the people, the team who does it together. So we also, as a student, somebody was asking HR student, we should know the art of seeking support from others. That's the very important aspect of HR. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Pratima ji, and
I'd like to thank all participants. Somebody from Dubai is there.
So thank you very
Yes,
much,
Shastri.
Dr. Dabas. Very truly said. The two powerful things which you mentioned among many other things is, one is jigyasa, curiosity is the foundation of learning, and secondly, involving people. Recently, I came across a very good video. She is a senior level business executive in the US. While delivering her address in some business school, she mentioned a very nice thing. She said that in order to grow in your career, you need two kinds of currency. What are those two? One is performance currency, second is relationship currency. So as we know, there are two conditions for any process to be complete. necessary and sufficient. So being domain expert or competent in your profession is one thing, which is necessary. And second currency is which is also very powerful is relationship currency. So very rightly said Dr. Abbas, it was indeed a insightful and powerful session. So on behalf of the managing committee of Delhi chapter, led by Mr. Mukesh Jain, our chairman, and our members, Ms. Dr. Sucharita ji, Pritima ji, Yashwant Chauhan, I extend a very hearty thanks to you for having spared your valuable time for this session, and it was really enjoyable. At least I can vouch for it. I was enriched by your address, and we are very happy to see that many eminent people like Dr. Uddesh Kohli, Mr. Vijay Phate, Professor Benwet, Mr. R.S. Antil, Gunmala ji, R.G. Dwivedi ji from Bhopal, Akhil Basrai Sahab, Dr. G.P. Rao, Deepak Barara ji, Mr. Kurian, and so many other participants made this session really fruitful and participative. You could see that there was a lot of response. There were so many questions. So it was indeed a very nice session, and we look forward to having you with us again and again. So my sincere thanks to all the participants also, without whose presence this session could not have been so successful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Shastri. So now, in the end, I would request
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yashwant Chauhan to share with us the event for the next week.
Yes, thank you, ma'am, and also thank you, Davasa, for a great session. Alok, I will request you to put on the slide.
It's there.
Yes, so I first of all thank the entire leadership of ISTD Delhi chapter for the continued support for this Young Leaders series. It's been great learning. So next one, which we have is on 20th of February 2021. It is on Saturday from 6 p.m. onwards, and we have great panelists, who are lined up this time. Anu Sethi, who is the head talent management at Uno Minda Group, she's the panelist. Then we have Dr. Vartika Datta, assistant professor from IIM Amritsar. And thirdly, we have a great person called as Kinashri from NTPC. She's a DGMHR at Power Management Institute. And the entire panel will be moderated by Alka Roy from PepsiCo. She's the Deputy Director, Talent Management, Learning Development, and OD out there. So I do hope that this would be a great session altogether, and it will be a great learning for everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank, I'm seeing the list of the participants, those who came and joined. I would like to really acknowledge them, thank them. I'm not listing the names. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
everyone.
sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. With this, we close.
Your presence has been a very good